Solutions to problems that engineering board takers commonly get wrong. Part 2. Hello! Welcome back again to Gilisanya Engineering Videos, your daily supply of solutions to engineering problems. Again, if you like what you see, please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so that you'll be notified every time we have new videos. Okay, so again, I would like to share you these problems which I always give in our review. And I am binabantayan ko to palagi because I already expect the reactions of the students. And truly enough, as expected, talagang palagi nagkakamali. Tingnan natin. So we have 3 sample problems here, mostly strength of materials. Strength of materials talaga maraming nadadali. Okay? Sige. Let's have the first problem. What minimum force is required to punch a 20 mm diameter hole in a plate that is 25 mm thick? The shear strength of the plate is 360 megapascals. And then I give a factor of safety of 2. Okay. What minimum, pinakamaliit na force is required to punch? Bubutasan mo yung plate. Alright. Sige. Try it yourself. Please solve this one. So you will punch, you pause the video, try to solve it. Tingnan natin ano yung makukuha yung sagot. So magpapunch ka ng 20 mm diameter hole in a 25 mm thick plate. Given you shear strength, and I also give a factor of safety. Try nyo para ma-experience nyo talaga first hand. Okay, I hope you did. Okay, this is the result of this survey. Parang survey kasi itong ginagawa namin, and this is a very effective way because we can catch the attention of the students. And they will realize na, nga pala, Kasi pag hindi, without that, parang wala lang, passing lang. But if you show them the actual result of the survey, then talagang mapapailing yung mga students. Okay? Sige. Let's see. So you will punch. Okay, ito yung statistics. The correct answer is C, but most students answered letter D. Why? Why? Mas marami pa sumagot ng letter A din, at saka letter B. Pinakamaliit ang pumili sa tamang sagot. Do you see that? Okay. So, this shows, alam ko to na hindi to, they know the formula, they just miss the principle. Kasi imposible naman masyado lahat iilag doon sa, kasi kung mahirap ito, this is not 16%. Normally, nasa mga 25%, 30%, 22%. Parang distributed yung ating number of students selecting the choice. If the problem is really difficult. But this shows that the problem is not difficult for them, only that mali yung interpretation nila. Okay, you will punch a hole. Take note. If you will punch a hole, ano yung gagamitin mo na strength? The allowable stress or the breaking strength? It should be a breaking strength. You cannot use here allowable because if you say allowable, what's the essence of allowable? Safety. Para hindi mag-fail, hindi maputol, hindi ma-break yung material. That's our structure. When we design structures, that's our rule, rule talaga yan na dapat yung load mo hindi mag-create ng break up doon sa structure. Pero in this problem, iba to. We are going to punch a hole. Usually when you punch a hole, it has to be done quickly, like this. Yan. So meaning, the material has to be stressed to its breaking strength. So meaning, you have to use here that tensile, the shearing strength. When you say shear strength, that is your ultimate. Like tensile strength, that is your FU, So this is the ultimate. Do not apply the factor of safety. The factor of safety is used if you want na, if this is a footing, and then column yung blue na yan, or what is the safe load para hindi ma-punch yung footing? That's it. Because you don't want the footing to be punched or the bearing plate to be punched. But in this case, iba yung usapan. Gusto natin butasan yung plate. Now, we want to make a punch on it, so we have to use the breaking strength. Yun. Alright, so we know shearing stress is equal to, the shearing stress is the force divided by the shearing area. And here, the shearing area will be this red color here. No? Tinan nyo? Ayan. Okay, that's the surface area of a cylinder, circular cylinder. The area of that is the perimeter of the cylinder, pi d times the thickness. And this must be what? Okay, in fact, you will not say less than or equal to. This must be greater than or equal to the tensile strength or the shearing strength of the material para siguradong mabubutas yung ating plate. That's the principle. I hope you agree with me. Gusto mong butasan, you cannot, kung ang breaking strength niya is 10, tapos ang allowable stress niya is 2. Kung 2 yung lagay mo, hindi mabubutas yun. Gusto mo butasan yung ano. That's the question here. We want to make a hole, to punch a hole. Alright, so P divided by the area is the circumference, pi d times the thickness, must be greater than or equal to 360 MPa. Solving for P, P must be greater than or equal to 565 MPa. So at 565, actually, nasa verge of breaking up pa yun siya. So any bigger than that, then siguradong we can punch the hole. So the correct answer here is 570. We cannot do 560 because 560 it will not break yet. It will not the hole will not be punched yet. It has to be more than that. Okay? I hope you got it. Okay? So nasanay kasi yung iba, allowable lang ginagamit. So we have to understand the question. Okay. So ang sila nagkamali kasi ginamit nila ito. Ito yung ginamit nila. In-equate nila yung stress doon sa allowable which they know it is the ultimate divided by the factor of safety. Because allowable stress can be taken from the ultimate divided by the factor of safety. So they got an answer of 282. And knowing that it has to be less than that, so they chose letter D. Okay? So I know that's their mindset. Alright? So I hope you learned something from this example. So depende sa question talaga. Pero of course, bihira itong gawin. We seldom compute this one in our design. Because when you design, it has to be safety first. You avoid failure. So this is the reverse. We want to punch the hole. So we have to use the ultimate strength talaga. Not just design strength or allowable stress. Okay? So that's it. Okay, let's have the second problem. The second problem, tinan nyo. The links of the chain are made of steel that has working stress of 300 MPa. Working stress is allowable stress. Pareho din yun. Working or allowable stress. 300 megapascals. Intention. If the chain is to support a force of 60 kilonewtons, determine the smallest safe diameter of the link. Alright, safe. So, the problem here does not tell us to break the chain. So the problem here is to design the size so that it will not break. So we have to use the allowable. We have to use some factor of safety. But there's no need to do that because we are now given the working stress of 300. Okay, so what's the problem here? Solve nyo. Solve this problem. Tingnan natin. What will you get? Okay? I hope na-post nyo na, sinolve nyo na. And ito yung stats. Tingnan nyo yung stats. The correct answer is letter D, but many chose letter B. 57% chose letter B. Only 29% chose letter D. Why? Bakit? Okay, this shows again that the students knows the formula but only nagkamali. Mali yung basa or masyadong excited. Okay, tingnan nyo ano to. So, we are talking here of tensile stress. So, tensile stress equals normal stress, normal tensile stress. So, P divided by the tensile area. And this must not exceed 300 MPa. So, that's the criterion. Okay? Now, what is the tensile area? So, we know a chain. Ito yung tensile area natin. And how many areas will be cut? It's not one. It's not just one. There will be 2 areas that will be cut. Okay. Sino bang hindi nakakaalam ng chain? Alam niyo naman yung chain. This is the chain, right? Dalawa yan. Ito, although isa lang nakita natin dito, pero dalawang area yan. Dalawang area yan. Doon nagkamali ang mga students. Dapat dalawa talaga. So, you will have P is 60,000. The area is area of one circle times 2. and this must not exceed 300 mm. If you will solve for D, D must be greater than or equal to 11.3 mm. So it must not be less than 11.3 in other words. So any size more than 11.3 is qualified. So the smallest in the choice is letter D. So letter D is the smallest size that is qualified in the choice. Okay? Alright, so what went wrong to their solution? Why did they get 16 mm? Nah? Because they forgot to multiply this by 2. So what they did, they just divide it by a single area. Nah? Okay, so that's a product of 2. Excited ka masyado, alam na alam mo. Kaya when you take the board, wag kayo masyadong kumpiyansa, ha? Especially if you are learning these things, no? Now, na too much excitement, you have to be aware, no? So be cautious in solving. Okay, so ito yung ginawa nila. Kaya they got an answer of 15.9. So 15.9, D must be greater than or equal to 15.9. So they chose letter B. So most of them chose letter B. Okay? Yan. Yan. Okay. Next. Another problem. So the last problem. Okay, tingnan natin to. Itong problem naman ito, nakita ko, they know the principle or a similar principle, they just use that one. So this shows that students sometimes does not know especially if you don't know the derivation of the formula, how does the formula was derived, then possible talaga na you can use it in a wrong way. No? So you can use it if you don't know the principle behind the derivation of the formula. So given here, a pressure tank. So given the following data of the pressure tank, the length L is 600 mm, the width B is 400, the radius R here. So there are 2 semicircular parts here, semi-cylinder. Radius is 150, and then the thickness of the wall is 2 millimeters, and then the inside pressure is 600 kilopascals. The question is the maximum tangential stress and the maximum the longitudinal stress in the tank. The tangential and the longitudinal stress in the tank. Okay. Now, what happened here? Look, this, okay, try to solve it yourself first. Pause the video and then solve it nyo. Okay? Sana pinos ninyo. Alright, this is the stats. I gave this problem just recently, but I made an error in my thickness. But I gave this problem in the previous batches. But the error is, the result, the stats is the same. So this is a very, survey talaga. Makikita mo talaga yung mindset ng students. This is the best way to conduct classes, like review classes, to know your students, Kasi if you just entertain one student, his question, then we would not know if that's the general mindset of all the students, no? So the exam is the best avenue to do surveys like this. All right, what happened here? In part 1, the correct answer is letter B, but most chose letter C. Part 2, the correct answer is letter C, letter A, sorry. Letter A, ang correct answer. Yes, but maraming pumili ng letter B. Bakit kaya? This is how they did it. Ito yung ginawa ng examinees. They remember the formula PD over 2T. When they say cylindrical tank, tanke, yun ang naisip pag sinabi mong tangential. I know, even you, when you read this one, that's what in your mind. PD over 2T. To tell you, kung alam mo saan galing yung formula na yon, mag-iisip ka talaga. But if you do not know where that formula came from, then hindi ka magdadalawang isip. You will not have second thoughts of using the formula. But if you know where the formula came from, then yun. Kaya sinabi namin, sasabihin namin ito ulit, know where the formula, if you memorize a formula, alamin mo saan galing yung formula. You may not derive it fully, but you know the limitations of the formula. Look, this is how what they use. They used the PD over 2T. But they had a problem with the diameter. No? Ano yung diameter? Wala naman diameter. Meron namang radius. Twice the radius. Yun ang ginamit nila. They use that twice the radius and they use that in the formula and good enough, they got 45. And unfortunately, because I know they will do that, I put here the choice of 45. So walang magdadalawang isip. They will choose letter C. Kahit kayo, pipiliin mo yan. No? Buti sana kung wala yan, if the 45 is not there, then you'll have second thoughts. Bakit kaya? Kaya pala ganon. But it's too late. No? This is multiple choice. Alright. Part 2, what they did, at tangential stress, naalala nila yung formula na PD over 40. The same D, then they got the answer of 22.5. So they chose letter B. So dali. No. Why? Okay, I will show you. Now, unahin natin yung tangential stress. What is tangential stress? What is longitudinal stress? The tangential stress here, actually dalawa yung tangential stress dito, no? Depende kung what section are you going to cut. Okay? I will happen here. Sorry. If you cut a section somewhere here, if you cut a horizontal section through the center of the tank, then you will get this section. If you will cut a section vertically through the center, something like that, then you will get that section. Those are tangential. There are two sections. Unlike if it is cylinder, if you do that, you only have one section and it look like this. If it is cylinder, similar to this. But this is not cylinder. No? This is not a single cylinder, so this is the shape. No? Well, among the two, if you can see, the areas, okay, we don't have we can assume any distance here. I will just call it S. And this width here will be B plus 2R, 2 radius. Alright? B plus 2R. Ito naman is 2R and that is S. Okay? Now, the pressure inside the tank will push this area. This is the total force acting on the projection of the area. No? And then the resistance to that is the wall. The wall will resist that force and this tension T here, by this tension T here. On this part naman, we have at force here F1, the resistance will be the same. Because if that is S, the thickness of the tank is T, then the area here plus the area here, it will be the same as the area here plus the area here. So obviously, the one that will give us the bigger tensile stress is this section. The result of this will be, if you solve this one, the result will be 45. Because this will become PD over 2T, but this will not. Okay, ito yung malaki. Now, if you consider this one, your F2 will be equal to the pressure multiplied by the area of this region. The area of this part here. This area here. You get that? Okay, that's it. Pressure P times B plus R times S. While T is equal to the stress in the wall times the area of the wall, which is S times T. S times T. Also, this T here is the same as that. Alright? Now, equilibrium. Apply tayo ng equilibrium sa measure of process vertical 0. 2 times T equals F2. So, 2 times T, substitute the value. 2T is sigma T times ST. And then, this is your F2. Alright? Then, this is now the formula. Actually, B plus 2R divided by 2T. Very, very similar to PD over 2T. In fact, if you generalize, this can be equated to PD over 2T. Your D being the biggest width. Of the two widths, this width and that width, yung malaking width ang D mo. You can use the PD over 2T, but knowing that your D is the bigger width. The wider width. Kasi dalawa ito. Itong height na yan or ito siya. Yung mas malapad. Alright. So, substituting to that formula, the values, P is kilopascal, so I use megapascal here. B 2R divided by 2T. The answer is 105 MPa. So, the correct answer is letter B. But most students, ginamit yung PD over 2T. Here, the stress here will be 45. But my question is the maximum tangential. That is the tangential. Okay. And how about the longitudinal? How about the longitudinal? What happened? Okay. So the answer is 105, letter B. For the longitudinal, okay, wherein many chose letter B, so we cut a section across the transverse section. Okay, itong section na yan. If we cut that vertical section through the tank in this manner, no? Then what you can see is like this, that one. We know that the longitudinal stress is caused by the force pushing the cover of the tank, pushing the cover away, pushing the cover. So this is it. The force inside, the pressure inside the tank will push that cover out. And who will hold that is this pink area here, which is the stress times the area of that. The area of that pink there is approximated as the perimeter times the thickness of the wall. Alright? Your F is equal to the pressure times the area. What is the area of that? The area is the rectangle B times 2R plus isang circle, pi r squared. I hope you got this one. B plus times 2R is the area of this rectangle. B times 2R. That one there is the circle. We combine these two as one circle, pi r squared. While the tension is equal to the longitudinal stress multiplied by the circumference, which is 2B plus 2 pi r multiplied by the thickness of the wall. That T there is the wall thickness. 2B, okay, this term here is the circumference. This term here, this one, circumference yan. Na? 2B, B plus B plus 2 pi r. I-combine natin itong dalawa. It becomes 2 pi r times the thickness of the wall. Then, summation of force is 0. T equals F3. Then you have T equals to this, and F3 equals this one. Substituting the values, and you will have the answer is 32.83 megapascals. And that is letter A. Alright? So, lesson here, if you know a formula, dapat alamin. You have to know the limitations of the formula. No? Kahit alamin mo lang saan galing yung formula. Mami-misuse mo talaga. Sayang. No? Most students are like that. They just memorize formula and they don't care. No? Basta, yun na lang maisip nila, yun ang gagawin nila. No? So, know where it came from. At least you will know its limitations. Okay? So, I hope you learned a lot from this video. And please don't forget to subscribe in our channel and hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified every time we have new videos. Thank you so much for watching.